Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome back to 100% Mags. So, of course, this is my last video before Christmas Day, and it is, of course, the preview as we go into the game against Aston Villa on Boxing Day, hoping for a continuance of the form that we've seen in the previous games in recent weeks. And I've got to say, I am really looking forward to this game against Aston Villa. We did really well against Aston Villa last season. Two fantastic games against them. We've had a really good run of form against them as well. And it is at St James's Park, so it means that the players do not have to be away from their families for Christmas Day. They get to enjoy it here in their homes, and that's so much better for the players because that gives the players, that added confidence going into the game and a homeliness as well going into the game because they're not having to be away from their families at Christmas. So it's good for them. Not so great for Aston Villa fans. However, they will be having to travel up from the Midlands up to Newcastle. Some of them might even already be in Newcastle right now, just to get ahead of the traffic in case the snow starts to fall across the UK, as a lot of people will be hoping for a white Christmas, as we always do. But this game will be like no other. It's going to be a challenging game. We cannot go into this game thinking that we have already won it. That is the wrong mentality. Like I keep saying on the channel, it's the wrong mentality to have. And just because we're doing, well in the results, I don't want to, start getting complacent and starting to think, that we're just immediately going to go into games and win them. That's not the right mentality. Eddie Howe said it in the press conference today. It's great that we're playing at home because it means the games come to us, but we do need to focus. We do need to be going into this game on Boxing Day and putting in the right performance, putting the right foot forward as it is, as this is our second last game of 2024. With of course seeing out the year against Man United, of course, as well. So that'll be an interesting one. But before we get to that, it is the game against Aston Villa, and like I say, it's going to be a tough game. Hopefully, from what's been said, it looks like Joe Willock is fit and ready to go for this game as well. Joe Linton, however, I'm not too sure on from what I've seen. I don't know if he is fit or not, ready to go, but he is back from his suspension, but I don't know if he'll be fit or ready to go with, of course, the injury that he picked up, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully he can. If not, then it will be Joe Willock playing in the game in that midfield position, and judging on by the game that we just played, that doesn't sound like a bad thing, to be honest, because Joe Willock did pretty well in that midfield, against Ipswich, and he worked well alongside Tonali and Bruno in that midfield. He added that extra bit energy to that midfield as well, and the legs as well in there. But all I can say is, I wish Joe Linton well. Hopefully the lad will be back pretty soon, but he is back from his suspension, of course, and there is a potential for Shaw and Tonali to reach 5 yellow cards. Hopefully they do not, however, as we are only one game away now. After this game, of course, it will be the point where the cards get reset, which will be the Man United game. So hopefully, if they don't pick up a card in this game against Aston Villa at St James's, then they will be fine for the cards, because then they're reset and you can't, of course, be suspended off picking up 5 yellow cards anymore. Looking at Aston Villa's form, however, they don't have the best form at St James's Park. We've been very dominant, obviously, against them at our home ground, and the last time that Aston Villa won was all the way back in 1989. So a very long time ago. But looking at the results that we've had in recent times, out of the past 5 games, we've had 2 draws in there, which were 1-1 draws. And then we've had a 1-0 win for Newcastle in the 21-22 season. 22-23 season seen we win 4-0. And then the 23-24 season seen we win 5-1 at St James's. So judging on them scores, if I had to go for a score prediction, which I always love to do on the channel, I'm going to go for a nice, good Boxing Day battering of Aston Villa. And I'm going to say Newcastle to come away 4-0 winners. I mean, we've been banging in the goals of late, 11 goals in the past few matches, and we've only conceded, 1 goal, I believe it is, in them past few matches as well. So we are getting them shooting boots on now, and we're starting to see, the team banging in the goals, and hopefully it continues on Boxing Day against Aston Villa. Any Aston Villa fans watching, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And that's it for me before Christmas Day. I'll see you, of course, on Boxing Day after the match for the match reaction to the Aston Villa game. But till next time, I'll see you all later, and Merry Christmas.